Do lizard people partake in the butt of Christ?
Wait. Don't you mean the blood of Christ?
Nope.
Today on the show.
Good morning, Scallywags. Happy Monday to you. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend.
You stayed warm.
Yeah, I hope you weren't sick like I was. That was fun. Everybody's like, oh, you've got the flu. Hang on. I want to throw out a quick little update here. So you guys saw Friday's episode, right? Well, everybody knows that we film the shows several days in advance. Well, that was actually shot a week ago Saturday.
That was shot New Year's Eve.
Yes. Yeah, it's Sunday. Yeah, that's right.
Sunday.
It was Sunday. And I edited that on Tuesday, so January 2nd, before it aired on the 5th. Now, at the end of that episode, I made the joke about how I went to the hospital. Now, I was in a ton of pain and all that fun stuff. It was like, we went to the hospital, da-da-da-da-da. Just kidding. Well, guess what happened Wednesday? I went to the hospital. And they found that I have a very large hiatal hernia that was aggravated by the hot sauce.
I think everything was aggravated by that hot sauce.
And I actually passed out at work. I actually left work in an ambulance. So, yeah, good times. So, I get to be having surgery soon, so that's fun. But, yeah, they were like, well, one of the possibilities, it could be the hiatal hernia, but you could also have a flu strain. We tested for the flu, and you don't have either of the flu strains we test for, but we only test for 2 of them, and there's 4 of them overall. Well, then, 2 all-nighters later, I wake up yesterday with 102 fever, and everybody's like, oh, you do have the flu, curses, and I kept telling everybody, I'm like, no, this is exhaustion. Trust me, it's exhaustion. Less than 12 hours later, fever was gone. I'm a little nasally today, got a little bit of sinus drainage, but otherwise, I'm good to go.
So that's why we're filming today.
Yeah.
So let's kick it off.
Yeah. So what does that stinger mean? Well, I'm going to kick things off with the butt of Christ. And yes, I do mean the butt of Christ. Because a Jesus statue's butt was hiding a 240-year-old secret message. Yes, breaking news. A statue of Jesus Christ on display at a cathedral in Spain has been hiding a secret message for hundreds of years in the most unlikely of places. It was tucked away in a hidden compartment in the statue's rear end. Although it is usual for many sculptures to be hollow, it's not so much to find handwritten documents inside, however.
And smuggling the notes
a member of the Holy Week Brotherhood of Sotillo de la Ribiera, according to Science Alert, had said the statue called Cristo del Miser had been removed from a church in northern Spain for a restoration when workers noticed the hidden compartment beneath a cloth that covered the statue's butt. Inside was a letter that was penned in 1777 by Joaquin Minguez, a chaplain of the Cathedral of Burgo de Soma. Lots of words for me to screw up today.
Lots of Spanish words today.
Minguez's letter discussed the statue and others created by the same sculptor that had detailed what life was like in the community 240 years ago. He described popular games of the day, which included cards and ball, and noted that typhoid and malaria were common. He also revealed that the main crops were wheat, rye, barley, and oats, and that the harvest had been plentiful for many years, referring to the vineyards of his hometown.
But why would you hide something like that in the butt of Christ? Why couldn't you just write it down and put it in a document, like a town log or something?
Because then it's like a message in a bottle. I said butthole, not bottle.
Oh.
If I could save time in a bottle.
If he could save time, we'd go back and fix that bad joke.
Yeah. No, that was gold.
Anyway, yeah, it might have been golden. It's been cold here.
Yeah, well,
it's been pretty chilly here.
It's cold pretty much everywhere.
They had that big cyclone on the east coast, the nor'easter and everything.
Bomb cyclone. The coolest sounding weather event.
It's like everything now gets its own weather. The Arctic Express, the polar something or other, the bomb cyclone.
You wanted to say Polar Express, didn't you?
I wanted to say Polar Express, but
yeah. It's a little different.
We'll get to it later. Why they do that. But anyway, the aftermath of the frigid bomb cyclone and the polar vortex left much of the northeastern United States frigid this past week. Wind chills in one part of New Hampshire reached a staggering negative 100 degrees below zero. New York Times reporters who were sent to Mount Washington said that it will steal your breath, freeze your eyelashes, and you can't blink. The cold stabs your face, numbs your earlobes to rubber. Okay. And as they wrote in the revealing story published last week, meteorologists on Cameron's team have to go outside to check their weather instruments on Mount Washington, which, by the way, there's tons of YouTube videos. Go look them up. People literally getting blown across parking lots. It's amazing to see.
YouTube.com.
Yeah. They have to go out there and check the wind speed and temperature every hour. The trek takes some preparation time. The forecasters have to dress in 5 layers of clothing, put on ski masks and goggles. But it's not enough. Jeff Bagwood, Catherine Q. Seeley, and Jack Henley describe it. Even within a few minutes of standing outside at 3,900 feet, halfway up the mountain, your toes and fingers, including those wrapped in multiple layers of clothing, quickly go numb. The wind turns snowflakes into projectiles that feel like they're piercing your skin.
And of course, that's all down like the East Coast and stuff, especially too. They've like the frozen iguanas in Florida.
Yeah,
you heard about this?
I heard about that one. Yeah.
Iguanas are freezing and falling out of trees. I've been all over the news. But like my favorite story out of that whole thing is this dude from South America, where iguana is like a delicacy. So he sees all these, gray frozen iguanas, and he's like,
free food.
Cha-ching!
It's a buffet.
So he loads up his car with like dozens and dozens and dozens of frozen iguanas, thinking, I'm going to go home and have like this big block party or whatever. Until the car warmed up, and they all woke up. This led to a wreck, apparently, because there are dozens of iguanas freaking out in the car. I wish to God there was video of that. Because that would be the greatest worst week Wednesday clip. I can't talk. Worst week Wednesday clip of all time.
I find it really disheartening that it has been in the teens and 20s for like 3 weeks in Tampa, Florida, got snow. Yeah. We haven't gotten any snow. We got a little bit. But Tampa, Florida got my snow.
I hate snow. I hate it. You can keep it.
I just want it once, and then it can go away.
Well, we had some, so there you go. So, kids' drugs are bad.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
They're bad.
But if you do drugs, we'll say, namely, smoking the reefer, Snoop Dogg, because anyone who knows me knows that I love Jack in the Box.
Oh, he does. It's a thing.
And I love Snoop Dogg.
I hate to
That's true, too.
Hear about him complaining no Jack in the Box in town all the time.
Yeah. But Snoop Dogg has now teamed up with Jack in the Box for a 420 stoner combo.
I see what you did
This
there.
is a real thing. Last week, fast food chain Jack in the Box announced that it is teaming up with rapper Snoop Dogg to introduce a combo meal intended specifically for the stoner community. The Merry Munchie meal will be available from January 18th through the 25th at 3 franchise locations in California, offering a plethora of greasy items: chicken strips, 2 tacos, 5 churros, french fries, onion rings, and a small drink, all to alleviate that famous pot smoker indecision. We are about welcoming all of our guests, no matter what they're craving or why they're craving it, said Chief Marketing Officer Ioana Alter. The cost of the cannabis-inspired cacophony, $4.20. You see what they did there.
That McDonald's dollar
Absolutely.
menu.
The combo meal is not random marketing tactic on Jack in the Box's part. Starting January the 1st, the Adult Use of Marijuana Act goes into effect in California, so congratulations to all of you Californians. Allowing people that are 21 and older to possess an ounce of marijuana for recreational purposes. Jack in the Box has over 2,200 restaurants nationwide, none of which are here.
We have to drive 2 hours.
2 hours to the closest one. And that is a road trip that I make quite frequently. Not lying. But unfortunately, only those states with legalized marijuana may get the Merry Munchie meal anytime soon. So, yes, if you smoke the ganj and you like Jack in the Box and you like a lot of random greasiness, there you go.
I'm just
you
wondering,
got the 18th and the 25th. to head over for $4.20.
$4.20.
What's your story?
I'm just my
can't.
thought process is how big are the chicken strips? Are we talking, you know,
Regular size chicken strip.
that's a lot of food for $4.
Dude, you get two chicken strips,
Two
two
tacos, five
five churros, French fries, and onion rings, and a small drink.
That's
all
a
of
lot
that
of
for $4.20.
food for $4.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I thought you were saying that wasn't a lot of
No, that's a lot of food
food.
for $4.
Okay, well, never mind then.
So we saved.
Speaking of drugs.
Yeah, we saved the best one for last.
Yes, we did.
An armed man in Washington State was stopped at an intersection last month by the Washington State Highway Patrol because he wanted to fight lizard people. Yep, that's right, lizard people. But even better is President Trump told him to do it.
It's true.
It's true. It's in the news. Totally true.
They don't put false things on the internet.
Police said that a Pierce County Sheriff's Officer said they received a call on November 25th in Parkland, Washington, that a 54-year-old man had stopped his white SUV in the middle of an intersection and was waving an AK-47 around, screaming about sending the news and the lizard people. According to police, the man said he had snorted the methamphetamine. I can't make that up. Not snorted methamphetamine, but the methamphetamine. Wow. To lose weight. And he had been prescribed morphine. The meth don't make me crazy. The lizard people are real, he told officers. Yeah, he also said Trump called his home to inform him about the lizard people and that the lizard people had an alpha dragon that had kidnapped Trump's wife and kids. And he needed this guy to go all Chuck Norris on it. Really?
Now, that's the movie I want to see.
Yeah. The officers did not release the man's name, but deputies said after they searched his SUV, they discovered a loaded Century Arms AK-47, a loaded Ruger pistol, a .357 revolver, 5 loaded magazines for the AK-47, a holster, and this is the biggest one, because if you're going to fight lizard people, you got to make sure you're armed right, a wooden bat.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Wow.
Why am I suddenly in the mood to watch V?
That's actually not too far off.
Early Robert Englund eating rats.
Trump's calling me. We
better wrap this up.
Yeah.
It's an important call from the president.
Yeah.
It probably has to do with lizard people too. So
maybe the chimichangas are running
so
wild.
make sure you guys are checking us out on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. Make sure that while you're on Facebook, right here, that you're also sending us a message about ordering one of our shirts.
They're super comfy.
Super comfy. We also got hoodies now.
We have hoodies now.
Yeah.
We got hoodies.
So we got short sleeve, long sleeve, and hoodies. $20 for the short sleeve shirts. I'm not sure. Well, we haven't really discussed pricing.
Yeah, we really got pricing on the hoodies or the other stuff.
All comparable.
Yep.
It's basically just paying for the making of the shirt. So, shoot us a message of the colors that you would like and the sizes and all that good stuff. They do only go up to 2X currently, but we're working on that. Otherwise, we'll see you guys back here tomorrow, and in the meantime...
Trump.
Hi, I'm the Joker, and this is your Russian clip of the day.
Hey guys, thanks for watching that video. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and if you liked what you see, go ahead and click on our faces to go ahead and subscribe to get all of our Monday through Friday stuff.
Indeed, and here's a couple of links down below that you can follow to watch more shows like it. Tons of great content right here at Scallywag Productions. We'll see you tomorrow.